The winds of Aora. 6 carroted dry, metallic tang that clung to human lungs like copper dust. Marcus Hale adjusted the seals of his suit as he stepped through the outpost gate, gazing at the alien bazaar stretching across the canyon floor. Stalls glowed with strange bioluminescent fabrics, hovering trinkets, and foods that writhed in their bowls. He had been here for 3 months, overseeing the human embassy's supply chains, and still the sight overwhelmed him. He didn't come to shop. He came to breathe in a place where he wasn't surrounded by paperwork. The locals, the tall, silver-skinned Vaorians, moved with elegance, their eyes faceted like crystals, their voices lay like a cord when they spoke. Despite their intimidating beauty, Marcus found them surprisingly approachable, especially one merchant who had caught his eye weeks ago. Her name was Sarai. Unlike most Vaorians, who spoke with the clipped formality of traders, Sarai laughed freely, smiled often, and didn't seem to mind Marcus's clumsy attempts at their language. Her stall overflowed with carved crystal charms, said to carry meaning far beyond their shimmering patterns. She had explained once that every cut and etching carried a story, a promise, a bond. He hadn't understood all of it. He just knew she enjoyed when he lingered. That day, she greeted him with a mischievous sparkle in her eyes. "Human Marcus," she sang, her tones chiming together. "Today I made something for you." Marcus raised an eyebrow. "For me? What? Did I finally bargain well enough last week?" Sarai tilted her head, her braid of silver threads falling over her shoulder. "No, this is different." She reached beneath the counter and drew out a crystal pendant no bigger than Marcus's palm. It pulsed faintly as though alive, etched with geometric shapes that seemed to shift when he tilted it. He whistled. "That's beautiful. How much?" Her smile deepened. "No trade. It is yours." He blinked. Vaorians didn't give gifts lightly. Everything had a price. Still, maybe it was just a friendly gesture. Maybe she just liked him. "Well, I'd be rude to refuse," he said, taking the pendant from her cool fingers. "Thanks, Sarai." Her cheeks shimmered with an iridescent flush. "Then it is settled." Marcus thought nothing more of it, at least until 3 hours later, when a squad of Aeorian envoys arrived at the human embassy, demanding to speak to the bonded one. The ambassador looked ready to faint. "Marcus," he hissed, dragging him aside. "What in God's name did you do?" Marcus shrugged helplessly. "I bought a trinket." "Bought?" The ambassador said, pale. "Son, you didn't buy anything. You accepted a marriage token. Do you understand what this means?" Marcus's stomach dropped. "You're joking." "I wish I were. By their customs. Taking that pendant means you have agreed to a permanent life bond with the giver. That girl at the bazaar, Sarai, was it? She's your fiancée now. Officially. Politically. Spiritually. There's no backing out without starting a diplomatic incident." Marcus sat heavily in the nearest chair, the crystal pendant burning cold against his chest where he tucked it. "Well, hell." That night, Sarai came to him. She wore ceremonial robes, threads of light woven through fabric that seemed too delicate to exist. Her voice was softer than usual, as though testing uncertain waters. "You carry my token," she said. "Do you regret it?" Marcus rubbed the back of his neck. "I didn't know what it meant." Her eyes shimmered, disappointment flashing across their depths. "Among my people, such ignorance is impossible." "I'm human," Marcus said gently. "We don't have those customs. I thought it was just a gift." She lowered her gaze, fingers brushing the hem of her robe. "So to you it was nothing?" The silence between them was heavier than any words. Marcus swallowed hard. "No, not nothing. Just unexpected." Sarai studied him, her expression unreadable. Then with quiet grace she said, "Our bond can still be true, if you wish it." The embassy advised him to annul it, to hand the crystal back before things escalated. But every time Marcus tried, he thought of the way Sarai had laughed at his terrible jokes, how she had patiently taught him words in her language, how her voice softened when she said his name. Over the following weeks, he found himself drawn to her more often, despite the awkward weight of their supposed engagement. They walked the canyon paths together. She showed him glowing flowers that only bloomed under starlight. He taught her card games with an old, worn deck. Their bond grew, not because of the pendant, but because they chose to spend time together. Still, the doubt lingered. Did she care for him, or only the meaning of the token? One evening, Marcus finally asked, "Sarai, if I gave the pendant back, would you still want to see me?" Her crystalline eyes widened. For a long time she was silent. Then she stepped close, pressing her hand over the pendant at his chest. "I gave it not because of tradition," she whispered, "but because my heart demanded it. Even if you returned it, I would still wish to stand beside you." Relief and warmth crashed through him like a tide. For the first time, he didn't feel trapped by a mistake. He felt chosen. The official ceremony came sooner than he expected. Vaorian weddings were nothing like human ones. Circles of crystal were erected in the canyon, glowing with internal fire. The air vibrated with music too deep to be made by instruments. Humans and Vaorians alike gathered, whispering about the unprecedented union. Marcus stood there, nerves coiled tight, until Sarai stepped into the light. Her robes were woven from starlight itself, her expression radiant yet steady. When she clasped his hands, the pendant between them pulsed brighter than ever. "Two paths," she said, her voice layered and resonant. "Now one." Marcus didn't understand all the words of the vows, but when Sarai smiled at him, he knew he didn't need to. He had stumbled into this bond by accident, but he chose it now, freely, completely. As their hands sealed around the crystal, the canyon erupted with light. The pendant shattered into 1,000 sparks, rising like fireflies into the night sky. Gasps echoed around them. But Sarai only looked at him with quiet triumph. "It accepted us," she whispered. Marcus laughed softly, still dazed. "Guess that makes it official." "More than official," she murmured, leaning closer. "Eternal." And as their foreheads touched beneath the glowing storm of crystal dust, Marcus realized the strangest thing of all. He didn't mind one bit.